how I remember you in Hong Kong is like you're one of the dudes doing things similar to me. At that time, there's like a handful of us. You know, Mark did an episode on you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. We're like the same people, but different, basically.
Yeah. I was like talking about it with Thailand. I'm like, dude, CJ, man, like if we were ever in the same country, you already know I'm gonna be cooking so much with him. You're like one of the few folks that like really put in your time, you know, and your passion, your efforts, but at the same time, it's so like fun, you know, and it's so like alive when you work, when you do it and people see it, you know. When I see your work, the way I feel, it's like these are actually your homies. Like everybody's actually having a good time. Like at the same time, your shit is so sick, you know, like.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like that's something that I feel like a lot of people see you for that as well, you know. Like dude, like the way you shoot, man, is like pretty much a reinvention on like how shooting is supposed to be conducted. Most photographers or videographers, their personalities are very like blended into the background, but you're like part of the party, you're part of the vibe, you know, like you're in people's faces, you know, like with them too and all that, you know, like
I'm there to party too.
You know, exactly, right? Yeah, so like you're basically redefining, you know, like what it means to be like a photographer or somebody who's like documenting this shit. Like you're literally documenting and being involved with it, and your character and your persona or personality, like it plays such a big role into all that.
Thanks, man. Like, yeah, I try to, because otherwise I think it would be boring.
Yeah.
I think it would be
I mean, it's working. Right?
Yeah, it's just work, you know? Why not enjoy yourself? There's this video, I think you've seen it too, back when Goldfish was a thing. Remember Goldfish?
Oh, yeah. Damn,
the homies.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Goldfish. They got that shit on video where I'm like shouting out the lyrics while taking pictures.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw
that.
I don't think I would survive in Hong Kong even as an artist. I feel like that's part of the reason why I like stopped making music publicly as well. I love what I make and I still like the style that I do my shit in. I just don't think people are very receptive to it, you know? Like I myself barely listen to music anymore, so I'm not really like with trends and stuff like that. I feel like the few people that do listen to my music, they really appreciate that, but it's not enough for me to like build a career out of it, which is
it's more of a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby, you know?
I always like that about you, actually, the fact that you made music, so I hope you keep doing that at least as a hobby.
Oh yeah.
Cause I want to do that, man. I know I wanted to be in the music industry. That's why I did the video stuff, the media stuff, cause that's my way in, instead of being an artist directly. But I've always wanted to just like be the music too, you know, if I could, but I didn't have the proper time and I guess resources to make that happen realistically at that time. But now that I feel like I have more of a stable situation, I could kind of dip my toes in it and explore. That's why I'm trying to make music with you, bro. Like, just for fun.
I feel like you have a good ear for it. Nah, the reason why I want to make music with you is like completely opposite. I feel like a lot of people that are trying to get into music come from such a like forced place, and it just brings bad vibes. It's the reason why I went into video, bro. It's because everybody's like me, everything is like me, you know, my music, blah, blah, blah. I still like music for what it is as a creative outlet in general, right? Which is the reason why I would make music with you, because you're like good vibes and like, yo, let's just make this shit, which is like the whole reason why I got into it, you know, like. Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. We're going at it like in opposite directions. Where you started with like music and trying to be more video. I'm just pure video at first, and now I'm trying to dip into music.
Yeah. I was just talking about it with Royce. You know, heard of Royce? Yeah, so he's a good friend of mine, and he actually got into music because of me. Like, yo, he's his own person, man. But I keep warning him that if he's too nice, people will eat him up. And I just went to Hong Kong with him and stuff, and it was great. Like, we had a great time. But I think he hasn't been back in so long that he didn't realize like what I was talking about until he like saw it firsthand, and he was like, fuck, you know, like,
I'm suffering
like
consequences.
Yeah, like music wasn't as fun as I thought it was, and like he's like stressing over these things that I warned him he would be stressing about if he like cared too much, and he does care too much, you know?
Yeah. I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket.
I mean,
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. But we can say it. We can, like, we can say that, you know? Like, other people, like, really can't say it, you know? Because they went full in, like,
Yeah.
like you already like kind of established yourself, and you're like drifting into other things, and like you take photos, but you also take videos, but you also edit, but you also have foundation in like graphics, right, and motion design and stuff, and now you want to do music. Of course you can say it, you know, but like some people, man, they really love what they do, and they just love that, you know. Yeah. So I feel like they can't say that.
Good point.
Yeah. yeah, like you have no idea like how blessed I was. Like I remembered my first music video. It was pretty garbage. So I loved everything about it, but just the production itself wasn't that great.
I mean, whatever, man. To me, what I admire anybody trying to pursue what they want. Period. You don't have to be great at first. I don't like when people like put down other people for like trying.
Yeah. Like, bro, we all started from somewhere before, you know, like, and I feel like that's also another reason why I really like video work, you know, like there's always going to be somebody better than you, and there's always going to be somebody who's not as experienced as you, but it's such an inclusive environment, you know, like you start as an assistant, you handle the camera, do storyboarding, blah, blah, you know, like you slowly. But when you do music, you know, like it can nurture a very like toxic environment, and there's no repercussions from it. If you're a meme videographer, dude, nobody's gonna be your assistant, you know, nobody's gonna like want to work under your team, and that's like detrimental. But as a rapper, I've met some stuck up motherfuckers do well for being stuck up, but good.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. Start shit, you know, like run their mouths, whatever. And it's just so bad for like, aside from profession and money and like all these things, it's just so bad for like how you want to live your life as a creative.
Yeah,
you know,
I think we're getting at that stage in life where we had some experiences and we really put ourselves out there, and now we're reeling ourselves back to try to balance and find ways to keep doing what we love, yet nurturing ourselves and others.
Yeah, you know, like it's important to protect yourself, you know, especially when it comes to work, when it comes to life, right? But you have to remember that like you're doing all of this to protect yourself and nothing more. So if it's like just your ego, like let that shit go, bro. You know what I mean? Like we're all people at the end of the day. You can be good at what you do and not be a dickhead about it, you know, like. Yeah, and if anything, man, like I feel more proud as a person when I like can be a good influence over like me being proud of like my actual work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like I am proud of my work, but like that feeling comes and goes. While when you know you really like influence people in the right manner, that like stays in your heart for like longer. It's more than the work itself. Like you never know people's stories, how you as an individual like impacted somebody and later found out like, whoa, you really made a difference, you know. Like that's like a heartfelt thing, you know, like.
And I know it's true because I was that guy before, you know, when I was looking up to other people passionate about whatever they're doing, and then me watching that going up inspired me to do the same, but in my own way. Now that I'm that guy, someone looking up to.
Like it's crazy, it's like a full circle, but it comes from a place now where it's like, this is what I owe to the industry that saved me. Intermission, another beer.
Yeah, that's actually, is this mine?
Yeah, that's yours, I already finished mine. Well, it's good to see you again, brother.
Yeah, man, it's always good to see you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we didn't spend that much time together. I always felt like we kind of did.
In Hong Kong. Yeah, like I said, the internet, bro.
It just feels like I have.
Yeah. Yo, I'll like check your shit out and be like, you're like one of the few guys that I'll actually make the effort to type in your fucking name.
Oh yeah.
Be like, what other cool tricks does CJ have? What other skill sets do I need to be practicing right now?
What's a moment in your life that shaped who you are now?
Damn. I feel like there were a few things. I feel like me getting out of Hong Kong was a big one, and probably my most recent one. You know, like I was surrounded by like white kids that all had money. My parents were Asian, but you know, like they had money.
International
You know, yeah, yo. And so we were always raised to believe that we deserved things. And then I left my house. I lived in a subdivided flat on my own. I had to work a full-time job as a waiter, as a bartender, whatever, you know, like, and then I realized that I didn't deserve anything. You know, like, pull up to my fucking 10-hour shift just to get yelled at by the manager because like I wanted to eat snacks in the back room because I was hungry and I still got yelled at, bro. You know, like shit like that, dude. Like, yeah, yo.
Make you think, damn, I had it good.
Yeah, yo, like, damn, I had a good life, you know? All I had to do was suck a whole lot of dick, you know? Like, had to suck my parents' dick, had to suck all, you know, like, be smart about it. And then but you know what the craziest part about that whole experience was? Not the fact that I realized that I had a good life, but the realization that I didn't want a good life. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. One of my defining moments, right? Just like leaving Hong Kong and realizing like, hey, I can be the exact same person, but not just survive, but like be happy, you know, with what I'm doing. And like literally, I changed nothing about myself.
Yeah.
Except for I left. Part of the reason why it's so easy for me to let things go is because I'm also like super third culture. Like,
Yeah.
Like I'm a mongrel of like, not like I'm Pakistani, Thai, Chinese, right?
I didn't know that.
I don't tell people I'm 25 Pakistani because I'm only by blood, but it's from my Thai side. I just have the bloodline in me. Explains the eye bags. Yo, you know, like, yo, my mom got hella Pakistani eye bags, bro, and she got green eyes and shit.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna tell that to Bartho, bro.
Dude, I tell him, now, yo, when you see Pakistanis, bro, they got hella eye bags. So when I look at my own face, I'm like, yep, I see it in me, you know, and when I see my uncles, like, they all got yellow eyes, so, but they're Thai. I would mostly define myself as Thai, but I can tell you right now, every single time I'm back home, man, Thai people I'm not Thai, you know? I don't know, like before when I was younger, I saw it as a bad thing, you know, to like not really belong anywhere, especially when you're doing music, because like a lot of like hip hop music is like represent all that.
Right.
But then I realized, man, that like because I'm not from anywhere, I think religion and culture and race is like a very beautiful thing. But at the same time, it's so fucking sad that people are like so upset at each other over this shit, you know? But I don't get it because I've never felt it because I've never
Had a home.
you know, like, like, who are my people, you know, like,
It's hard to claim a place when you've been everywhere.
yeah. And like, do you really want to? Like, even when you do claim a place, you don't feel it in your heart.
Yeah.
I know I don't, you know, like,
Yeah.
like I'm not like Hong Kong.
It's hard for me to claim I'm Filipino. I'm only Filipino by blood. I didn't grow up there.
Yeah, you're pretty much Thai.
Like
You're-
I speak Thai. I speak better Thai than Tagalog.
You speak better Thai than me. and I'm supposed to be Thai, you know, like, yeah.
That's it, guys.
And that's it for today.
That's it for today with Sean. Dap me up. I mean, that works.
I'll take it. And there you have it.
There you go.
Okay, that's the outro. Okay, we good.